I came in here being like, you know what? I'm in a great mood today. I'm not going to fight with her. Hold on. Let's let Chris work.
So take one marker.
The fact that you think I'm fighting with you is absurd. I literally, no. Let me preface this.
It's nasty.
No, it's not nasty. After every podcast, this psycho sends me a picture of himself. He goes, "Why didn't you tell me my hair looks like shit?" And so we sit down, and honestly, his hair kind of looked like shit. And I said something because God fucking forbid we make it to Wednesday, and he's like, "I can't post this. My hair looks like shit."
I've never not posted an episode because of my hair. Yeah, but I just don't like.
Do you not threaten that?
I can't even. No, the problem is when I do the swoop lately in my real life, as I'm growing out my hair, I've been exploring with different ways to style it until it gets to the actual length I want. And so lately I've been doing the middle part and I've been thinking it looks better. Yes, it like gives off dad energy, but I'm going to be a dad.
He is a dad.
And I like when I take photos and when I'm vlogging, it looks the best to me when it's in that way. Mm-hmm. And so we're just about to roll. We got the camera locked. We're happy. I'm like, oh my gosh, everything's good. And she goes, "You're really going to roll with your hair like that? You need to reconsider that middle part. What are you doing?" And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to let it happen, because a lot of the time I'm looking at you like this and then you see this part that looks unkept on the podcast.
I'm positive the comments are going to be glowing and kind towards you.
Well,
and I'm going to be a bad guy, even though I weekly, "Why didn't you tell me my hair looked like shit?" And because this is why.
Well, it's because now I tried something different, and that's the first time you've told me it looks like shit, when every other week it's just like
never looked like shit, though. That's my point. It's never looked like shit. It always looks really cute and really good.
Only I had you.
And this looks like he's playing Martha fucking Washington in the pool.
It's hard for me to even look at you right now.
But it's like he wants to be a Gen Z Martha Washington, so he's given it a tiny middle part.
Is that what they're doing on TikTok? Am I TikTok? Are they doing the middle? It's hard for me to look at you right now because, God,
your neck sore?
I've been so stressed.
He was so stressed he wrote it on the document, every other letter capitalized.
And she called me out on it, and I was like, yeah, that was a lot of work just by itself. Doing that's Gen Z too, right?
Yeah, you're so young and hip.
It's really hard
cool
for me to look at you right now.
What is going on?
Well, I have been going at 100 miles an hour ever since we've gotten back. Like, I'm doing a million house things. I'm really going full blown, trying to like get a lot of vlogs up, do the podcast. And when I'm not working, I'm then running around the world trying to get everything we need before the baby's arrival. Yeah. And so I just haven't even had like one chill night to just relax. Mm-hmm. And I think my body's starting to give out on me.
Your neck's all fucked?
I woke up, my neck's all fucked. Mm-hmm. The next morning I woke up to itchy ass. Like another case of itchy ass.
And I took all your itchy ass cream.
No, thank God I still have some left over.
Oh, thank God. Because I'm not giving it back. It saved my asshole. My asshole went from broken, literally the most pain that I have to like breathe through every shit I take. And then afterwards I have to go, oh, and like cry about it on the bed for a minute, to the point where Joe comes in and he goes, "Are you okay?" And I go, "Get out!" But your cream has really stopped that whole process for me.
And you can thank my ass doctor, because he gave me that. And he said a lot of the times, if it's not actually a hemorrhoid, preparation H will
give you a hemorrhoid.
It will prolong the healing, because it's not actually like, I don't know. And I was like trying to explore, like, do I have a hemorrhoid or do I have itchy ass? And like, I don't want to go make another appointment for myself.
Right.
So I just
you have to beg someone to look in your asshole and they still won't do it.
At least that guy did it, because it's a specialty doctor.
Joe's been threatening to look in my asshole.
I mean,
he's like, "I got to know what's going on in there." And I'm like, "I don't know, dude."
Honestly, now that I've been having ass issues this week, I feel for you. Like,
thank you.
Because I'm a lot more testy when my ass is like on fire. I was walking down the hall the other day, and all of a sudden it just kicked in, where it was like burning and itching so bad for no reason. And I was just like, Shane. But I think my problem was I got in the chlorine when I already had an upset asshole, and I think the chlorine upset it more, because it's like sensitive skin back there.
Yeah.
And I sat in the hot tub for like 3 hours thinking it would help, and I think that actually
no, you gotta like sit
progress.
in an Epsom salt bath and just soak your butthole.
And it hurts to even look at you right now.
Don't look at me then.
And
you don't
so
have to.
Last night
I know
I
where your
told Shane,
eyes are.
I was like, I'm leaving. And I just went up to bed at 8 p.m. I like didn't even respond. I like put my phone down.
I have felt how busy you are. And it's like, usually because I'm psycho, I'll be like, "Oh, he's fucking mad at me." But it's like this time I'm like, wow, he must be really busy. He must be panicking because he only has like 16 more days as a person without twins.
Well, and I even bartered with Shane this week. I like offered him the world to like help me make progress on my vlog.
What's the world?
Well, I mean, I don't want to give up what I'm doing for him.
I wanna know.
Because then it might seem less for others.
Oh, got it. Actually, you did tell me. Sorry, I thought it was going to be crazy. It's not crazy.
I'm just executing some of the household tasks that, and he like, because I am so like, I've gone straight from Shane's podcast to our podcast to getting our podcast up to working on the vlog Wednesday to Sunday. And then it's like Monday happens again, which like is not unique to anyone. Everyone's busy. Everyone's crazy. But then you add the holidays on. I'm like trying to execute on like.
Well, you add the ticking time bomb of there are going to be 2 babies here.
Well, that's the biggest thing. And also trying to execute on making sure I have everything ready for them.
Can I take some pressure off for you?
Yeah.
It's okay if you don't have it all perfectly together. Nobody does.
Well, no, but I'm also trying to like execute Christmas, wrap up work, getting the baby stuff.
Yeah. Christmas is still going to come and be magical even if you don't add, 50 million things to it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I also
like you're the joy. The babies are the joy. Don't like take some pressure off yourself. You're doing great, honey.
I wish it didn't hurt to look.
Don't look at me. I don't want to. I can see it.
Because I can look to my right.
Do you want to swap?
I just can't look.
This is my bad side. And I've just sat with
Wait,
it
what?
for 3
I let you
years.
choose. I don't
and people
care.
think I'm a selfish bitch. Fuck you.
She's been struggling with ass issues. Give her a break.
I've been struggling with ass issues and y'all get the nastiest side of my face. Also, like the holiday seasons come and I like my whole like self-care routine is just fucking out the window. I fall asleep on the couch every night. Joe tries to wake me up. He said the other night he tried to wake me up on the couch and I was like, you better film it because I'm not going to believe you tried. And then I slept out there till 6 a.m. He's like, I was sitting sweetly petting your chest, being like, baby, wake up. Let's go to bed. I made the bed. The music's playing. Come on, baby. And I was just like, I'm not going to believe you tried. And just slept there.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't wash my face. I'm not brushing my fucking teeth. It's pathetic. I have acne everywhere.
I think that's been...
I showered. I did an everything shower before I came today. I am wearing the clothes I've been wearing for the past 3 days, though.
Why are you feeling disgusting and how do you smell?
I just told you I've been wearing these clothes for 3 days.
The clothes smell, not your body.
Yeah, that's why I said you can smell it when I move.
And then she proceeds to move for 3 minutes. And I was like, what? Are you trying to whiff it up my way? But I don't smell you. So
well, that's because I put your deodorant on.
We're in the clear. Well, while we're kind of talking about your husband.
Yeah.
Oh
Let's talk about it. Let's air this laundry.
This was traumatic.
Ryland's bullying my husband in public.
No, I'm literally not. And of all places in LA to run into somebody you know, like that's why we're here. So we don't have to have run-ins with people we know.
To be fair, Ryland and I specifically set up our Thanksgiving feast pickup for the same time to run into each other.
Right. And then the morning of,
I'm telling Joe, like, I got to go to Costco. I got to go to Bristol Farms over by Ryland's house. And he's like, I'll go to Bristol Farms for you. And I was like, no, like, I really should do it. Like, I don't know if they're going to give you the food. And like, honestly, in my heart of hearts, I'm like, he's going to fuck it up. Because James has fucked up pickups for me before where he comes home from Zanku without a chicken. And I'm like, that was the one thing we ordered. And because I PA, I'm like, I check the food. Like, I'm not, I'm
we'll
other
get
people's
there.
servant. I will servant myself.
right.
So then Joe goes, why are you being so weird about it? Like, are you meeting your mister over there or whatever? And I was like, I mean, kind of. I was planning to meet my other husband there, but since you're accusing me of some weird shit, go ahead to Bristol Farms, motherfucker.
And she texts me and she's like, would you be so upset if I don't show up to Bristol Farms? I was like, honestly, I have so much editing to do. I can't like have a day where we just go and act like it's our birthday and like disappear for the entire day and spend way too much money. So I'm on my way to Bristol Farms. I get there and you're like sitting in a line and then they bring like they call your name when they bring your food out. And so the guy finally calls my name and I ordered like quite a bit of food. So right when he starts going over the list of like, okay, you've ordered this and this is what's in your box, Joe appears.
Yeah. Joe appears, who, by the way, like, Joe is the warmest person in person. He's always like, hi, like, gives a big hug. Like, one of my, and I don't think you know this about me, but like, one of my major beefs with people is when they don't reciprocate Joe's kindness in public. Like, there's literally a guy who's on my shit list to this day from years ago when I saw him. Like, it seemed like he was pretending not to see or hear Joe offering a hug. And I was like, well, he's dead to me.
Well, I can't recall who saw who first, but we greeted each other warmly. Like, it was a warm embrace. Can I just...
Yeah, this is the text I get from Ryland. Ryland's version comes to me first via text.
Hold on. Let me just finish my experience.
Okay.
So we have a warm embrace. I thought it was a very positive experience. It interrupts the guy talking. Like, it wasn't really a time for me to like stop everything and talk because this guy's busy. He has a line of people behind me. He needs to check me out. So we have our nice warm moment. And then I like go back to like my checking my list. And I was like, okay, great. I get all of my stuff. Joe's now sitting outside because he's waiting for his name to be called. I'm carrying
How cute is he?
2 boxes. Very cute. I'm holding 2 boxes, probably like 40 pounds of food. And I stop again to be like, good luck. And he's like, how long did it take? And I told him how long it took. And then we had another like sweet embrace. And then I was like, okay, I gotta go take this to my car. Like I was, And so I immediately call Elizabeth and I was like, I just saw your husband and we had like a great experience together. It was like very nice to see your husband out in public.
The text I had gotten from Joe was, I just saw Ryland, but you could tell he didn't really want to talk.
And I was like, what the fuck? Are we living in alternate universes?
He goes, I tried to give him a hug, but he was like, just gave me a pat on the back.
What? What?
And honestly, because I am an asshole, I did want to believe you over him. Because I'm broken in that way. I know his mom's watching right now. I'm Marge. Like, I swear to God, like, I ride or die for your son.
Why would I be mean to my best friend's husband?
But that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. So I'm like, and I know you don't hate Joe. Like, I know you like Joe.
And I have good experiences with it. Like, every time you have a function at your house, I enjoy talking to Joe.
Yeah.
We talk for like 15,
and
20 minutes.
And you've relayed this to me. And even when Joe and I are fighting, if I'm talking to you about it, you're like, well, listen, like, I'm not going to hate Joe. Like, I still like Joe. You're crazy.
There is a misconnect between Joe and I and Jen. Now that I'm thinking about this does go back.
Is it because we sleep together all the time?
Well, do you remember the last time I had like an extended conversation with him?
Oh.
I came back to you with like this bombshell.
I didn't tell him that though.
And wait, no, I thought you did go back.
No, I didn't tell him. So Ryland had come to me and said some pretty deep things that my husband had told him that I had never heard. And I was like, that's not what I remember from my husband's origin story.
And she was like, it's so crazy he would like tell you such a big revelation about his life that he's never told me. And I was like, maybe he feels safe with me. And you know what? Now I'm starting to think maybe just the way Joe and I communicate, we don't understand one another.
Yeah, I think that's abundantly clear because I went back to Joe and I, like, without outing you as a person who told me like a private thing that my husband felt safe sharing with you, I brought it up. I was like, don't tell me about this again. And he goes, and it's not at all what Ryland has relayed to me. So at first I was like, maybe Joe is wrong about Ryland and he was kind in Ryland's way. And then we go to the movies with Shane that night and I tell Shane about how you're bullying my husband in public at Bristol Farms. And Shane goes, honestly, I could see Ryland doing that. He goes, because Ryland does this all the time and we walk away from people and I go, why was that so weird? And Ryland goes, I don't think it was.
So I guess inherently I'm cold. I don't, but for some reason I don't feel this way. Like I genuinely, like I called Lizzie. I called her on my way home because I thought it was like a positive experience.
It was really a confusing mix of conversations that I got. I also just realized this is actually, I was wearing this when we went to the movies the day before Thanksgiving too. I've not taken this outfit off.
And then I started spiraling like, wow, am I really just unaware of how I interact with others? And I said, well, don't tell him I'm so upset. I don't want you to confront him further and like double down on I was really nice to him because I just can't take that. And then she goes, okay, I won't. And then of course I'm thinking about it all day because I'm like, wow, my best friend's husband now thinks I hate him. And I couldn't figure out for the life of me of why. Like I was busy in the moment that he approached me with somebody that was doing like a working job.
Yeah. The way Ryland was like, don't say anything to him because I can't handle knowing if he thinks I hate him today. I'm too busy.
And so we get to the movies. Lizzie was like, which we did include you in the movies.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
This motherfucker. So you guys know I'm constantly begging to be part of his life. And this cold bitch just shuts the door and leaves me out in the rain. But I get a text from Ryland and says, do you want to come see Thanksgiving with me and Shane? I said, yes, I absolutely do. I absolutely do. And I was like, oh my God. I told Joe, I said, I have to leave this function that we're at and leave you here because Ryland finally invited me to something. And I make such a big stink about it that I can't decline the invitation right now so that this can continue to happen for me. And then he says, honestly, Lizzie, I didn't think of you. Shane just said, should we invite Lizzie? Did you say something to him? And it's like, honestly, I probably did. I probably did tell Shane I would love to see that movie.
Because he was ordering the tickets. I finally because he kept every night, can we go to this movie? Can we go to this movie? And I was like, fine. And when he was going to get tickets, he was like, does Lizzie want a ticket? And I was like, of course she does. But then we get to the movies and Lizzie's like, oh no, I was talking to Joe about it. And he is very firm in his belief that you were cult. And I was like, oh my God. Well, then like another layer of this that like fucked me up even more. I was so nice to Joe that I realized I didn't get my roles, because instead of listening to the guy that was doing the checklist of what was in my box, I was greeting your husband, and then I didn't get my roles. So after the movie Thanksgiving Eve at 10:30 p.m., I had to go into fucking Ralph's.
Wow.
Dumpster fire. The busiest day of the year at the supermarket was so picked over. It looked like a tornado hit the store. I'm fighting to find roles that I missed because I was trying to be nice to your husband that is now turned around on me.
You know, I'll explain this to him.
Okay, thank you.
No, he loves you. There's no problem. We talked on the phone this morning.
Yeah, we were all on speaker this morning. Yeah. Everything seems to be fine.
I hired a mediator. We got on the phone together. There was a therapist present, and my two husbands worked it out between each other.
I am confident that there is a divide in our communication, though, which is crazy because I feel like we communicate clearly.
Yeah. I mean, there's also a divide in my communication with my husband. Let's be real.
I feel like Shane's been setting up booby traps around the house for me. Every day when I'm going, and I might have talked about this before, but like every morning when I'm going to pick up what we've created the night before, I like go to pick up the hot sauce from the lid. The lid's
open.
The lid's sitting on top of it, but not screwed on.
No, of course
not.
not.
The bottle goes flying. Hot sauce goes everywhere. And I'm like, 7 a.m. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, my husband too.
And somehow that motherfucker, I love his cups. I love how beautiful the cups are. I hate that they're not dishwasher. I think they're beautiful. And I am part of the problem because for like Christmas or party or like birthdays, I get him more cups. But the thing is, I washed all the cups on Saturday night. It's Monday morning. That man has managed to use 8 of his diamond cups in one day. I'm like, what
in one day?
Fuck? Why can't you just refill the same cup? How does
8 cups in one day?
A little over one day, yeah.
Is it intervention time?
I think so.
Should we sit his ass down?
I'm going to return the one I already got him for Christmas.
Are you really?
It's so pretty, though.
Don't do that. That's crazy mean. And now you said it online.
I hope he's not watching.
You know he is. You're probably going to show this to him like an idiot on accident. You always do that. Joe's been booby trapping the house for us, too. And so Sandy came over to the house yesterday to vlog.
That gave me, like, nerves.
Oh, I was nervous as fuck.
Because collabs are awkward. And how
they can be
awkward would it be if every time I've ever collaborated with somebody I don't know? Because you've been on a podcast with Sandy, but you don't know Sandy.
But I will say that the one time we podcasted together for Shane's, like afterwards, I don't know if you noticed, but Sandy and I were talking like we had known each other. Like I felt very safe with Sandy. Like we were like talking about discharge and stuff. Like we were buddies.
Okay.
I'm not going to say more.
You're going to keep that between the two of you.
I'm going to keep that between us
girls. But it would be like if you didn't gel with her, or if it was really awkward, or it didn't work out, that would be equivalent to me not getting along with your husband at Bristol Farms.
Right, but
hard to recover
but
from.
unlike you, I will always be warm and friendly to your people, even if they're.
What
and I
do you
told you
want
this
me to
via
do?
text.
Stop
I would
and
let
talk
your
to
family beat me over the head with billy clubs if it meant preserving the peace in this workspace.
Do you think that Joe wanted to stop and talk for 15 minutes?
You know, he probably just wanted a 2-handed hug. You cold bitch. A 2-handed hug, a nice kiss on the mouth,
hug my mom,
a tiny little blowjob, and away you go.
Okay, so
anyway, back to men booby trapping the house. Let's shit talk my husband.
Fine. It's officially time to kickstart your holiday shopping, but there's no cause for panic, all thanks to today's sponsor, Uncommon Goods. Uncommon Goods is here to make your holiday shopping stress-free by scouring the globe for the most remarkable and truly unique gifts for everyone on your list. Whether you're shopping for mom, dad, teenagers, in-laws, or your best friends, Uncommon Goods knows exactly what they want. I specifically love their personalized gifts. It gives a unique touch to show somebody that you've really thought of them. But what I love about Uncommon Goods is even for those really hard to shop for people, the person you're giving the gift to will honestly be shocked at how unique and perfect the gift is for them. And you'll love watching their jaw drop when they open their present. When you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses. These fine products are often made in small batches, so shop now before they sell out this holiday season. Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade or made in the US. They have the most meaningful, out of the ordinary gifts anywhere, from art and jewelry to kitchen, home, and bar, Uncommon Goods has something for everyone, not the same lackluster gifts you'd find at every department store. And you can feel good about shopping at Uncommon Goods because for every purchase you make, they give $1 back to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've donated more than $2.5 million to date. And of course, they came through with a special offer for all of you. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/thesip. That's uncommongoods.com/thesip for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary.
I'm like panicking to clean the house, and it's like time just keeps ticking. And sometimes I feel like my husband doesn't understand the concept of time, and that as it goes, it never comes back. So you know what I mean? Like, I don't have time for everything you want to do this morning, Joe. I have to clean the house. He goes, let me save you some trouble. I'll take the dogs for a walk and I'll do the dishes. And in my mind, I'm like, that's not saving me any time, because the way that he does dishes is fucking insane. It's insane, dude. And not only that, but he doesn't do all the dishes. He'll be like, all right, dishes are done. And I walk over and it's like, the sink is still full. Are you like, what? Like, it's confusing to me.
Like, he's like, well, the dishwasher's full, so that's...
The dishwasher's not even full. He'll just run the dishwasher at half mast and then leave shit in the sink and then have all of the pots on the stove with the stove burning to dry the pots.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not.
That's a lie.
No, that's the truth.
Are you kidding me?
That's the truth. And one of the things I had to do was clean the stove. We don't have a fucking electric stove. We have a gas stove, which means there are iron grills on top of the open flames that get really fucking hot when you have the fire on. So he's drying the pots with the fire instead of one of the 2 fucking towels we have in the kitchen for drying things. And then I finally get him out of there, and it's like, well, I guess I'll do the rest of the dishes in the sink now. So I'm doing the rest of the dishes in the sink, and then I go over to take the grills off the oven, off the stovetop, and I've forgotten that he's been running the flames for 20 minutes to dry these pots and burnt the fuck out of my hand. And it hurt and it scared me. So I just screamed like, God, fuck! Like, I'm so mad because
that made him mad.
Yeah, and not only that, but it's like I can't do the floors until I do the stovetop. So him walking the dogs doesn't actually do anything for me because no matter what, I still have to wait for him to finish doing the dishes for me to do anything else. So that time's just gone anyways. So then I'm sitting trying to produce our show, and he's like, well, you just sat on your phone for an hour. It's like, no, I'm working. Like, that's me working. I'm looking for something that's more interesting than women just showing up to events on People Magazine to talk about on this fucking podcast. And then he comes out and we get in this huge fight, and I just go like, honey, you gotta and this is the second fight we've had about him booby trapping the fucking kitchen while he's trying to help. And I'm so livid that he like leaves the room, and I'm like, I'm just talking to myself because I can't say it to his face, but of course he can hear me because I live in a horrible house. And so I'm just like, you're not a child. Like, I can't just pretend like it's helpful when you do things that are not fucking helpful. Like, if you want to help, then dry the fucking pots with the fucking dish towel and put them the fuck away. And he's like, I don't understand what you're saying. And the whole time he's like, I'm saving you more than 10 minutes. It's like, no, you're not. Because I would have had this done in 3 minutes. And you have taken a half an hour to not even complete the task that I'm still finishing with a burn on my hand. And the other night, the same thing happened. He booby traps the dishwasher. He literally will put so much shit in it that the wheels fall off the bottom. So then when I pull it out, it just crashes and bangs with all of the pots and pans in it. And then I can't pull the top thing out because he's put the fucking spatulas in like a maniac to a degree where it just turns into a full-blown lock. And I have to dismantle the entire dishwasher to get the fucking silverware out. And I'm like, bro. And then he says, why are you slamming around the kitchen? Like, I'm being passive aggressive. I'm not. I'm literally putting the lid back on the garlic salt and putting it in the fucking cabinet. And then I'm putting the lid on the soy sauce and putting that back in the other fucking cabinet. And he has the unmitigated goal to say, why don't we have a system in the cabinets? Do you know that we did? We did have a cabinet system. We had a cabinet system, and I got tired of enforcing it because he can't fucking enforce it to save his life. Anyways, I love him so much, and I'm so grateful that he's my man. And 5 minutes after we had that screaming fight, he came in and he gave me a hug. He said, I'm sorry we're having a rough start to the day. And I would have really appreciated if he had identified that he was the problem in it, but he didn't, and that's fine. because just the fact that he came out and gave me a hug and we had a great rest of the day and also we're having a magical time. I have to say we're having one of the best like Christmas is always a great time for he and I because we're alone in the house and like the Christmas lights are twinkling and we lay on the couch and he rubs my back for hours and we watch a movie.
And you said he helped you set up everything and you guys had fun doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like, Shane is so logical about so many things, and he's so effective and productive in so many ways. But similarly at the house,
It's shocking.
we had so many boxes in the garage just like piled up from like stuff for the nursery, stuff for the living room makeover. And so like I have to if I want to get all of these boxes out, I have to very meticulously break them down, shove them in an orderly manner. Shane gets like 7 more boxes from Amazon. And I go, okay, I just spent an hour breaking down boxes. If you don't break those boxes down and put them in the recycling bin, I will
break you down.
lose my mind.
Yeah.
The man breaks them down, but I come outside and he's put them in the recycling bin in such an insane way that now the lid doesn't close. And it's like, there's obviously a formula here. Like they're all going in one direction. You put what you cut down inside. So it is all cohesive.
Yeah.
He somehow managed to make it worse after cutting down the boxes. It's
crazy.
And I just had to take a pause and go, at least he tried.
See, and I do that. Like I'm constantly breathing like he's trying.
Like
he's
he
trying
did
to help,
He
but it's
did
like,
what I asked.
Yeah.
He
I
did
can't
it.
I can't do it anymore though. Like to be honest, like I'm at my wit's end with it, bro. Like I was like don't even do it. Cuz that's what I do. I just swallow it. He's trying and it's like I'm my hands burnt. I have blisters on my hands. And then I have to take my blistered hands and still do the task that he thinks he's complete. And then he goes, "We should have a better system for this."
So
He said that about the dishes. I was like, we do have a better system for this. It's called the fucking dishwasher, and you treat it like a normal fucking person treats a normal fucking dishwasher. We don't need a third drying rack on the counter, and you sure as shit don't need to have every burner on the fucking stovetop on right now to get the water off the pots and pans that you need to just put the fuck away after you dry them with either a paper towel or one of the 80 million fucking dish towels I've bought in this house.
Okay, so then Sandy gets there.
Sandy gets there, and she's a dream.
How did the interaction with her and Joe go?
Good. They gave each other a two-handed hug, wrapped all the way around the back, patted each other, held it for a minute, said, "So nice to meet you." You know, kiss on both cheeks.
A blowjob and she was out of there.
Yeah, it was awesome. No, I was mostly concerned about her and Bubs.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And Bubs did not relent, and he was nasty to her, and it was fucking devastating. She's so sweet. She came to the house wearing a shirt with her dog's face on it so that my dogs would know she was a dog person, which kills me. Like, I really like this girl. And she like walked up to the house. First off, I gave her the wrong address. She calls me. She's like, "I've been circling the block for 20 minutes. Is this the address?" And I go, "No, it's not." Gotcha, bitch. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I was an accident. It's because I'm a moron. But then she comes over. We have a great time. It was just like that night of the podcast. You know, we're just often talking about everything, like deep stuff that I didn't actually feel weird talking about with her because we have a lot in common.
I love when she comes over for the holidays.
I bet you do. She's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys.
Oh, if you go over to my YouTube channel right now, plug. Sandy fucking kills me. She goes, "Do you want to make a quesadilla on your car engine?" And I was like,
I honestly,
absolutely, I
that
do.
took my breath away when you told me the concept.
Oh, and Sandy was like, "Ryland said it's a great idea," and I was like, "Yeah, do you want this idea?"
How is this not going to go viral? Like cooking a quesadilla on your car engine?
Yeah. Well, we pivoted.
Oh,
It became a panini.
okay.
Because we're classier than quesadilla girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not drunk 21-year-olds coming home from the bar. Like, we're, 30-something.
elevated.
Yeah.
Well, she's not sober,
classy,
you are.
clean girl aesthetics. So we made a panini on the engine of Jared's car.
Okay.
It didn't turn out quite right. But you know what? Also, shout out to Jared. Thank you so much for letting me use your car to try and make a panini on.
Wow. And you made fun snacks on her channel, like
We did. So she's doing Vlogmas this year.
every day?
That's what she said, and I was like, "Girl," I was like, "Don't do it, Sandy, don't do it." And she was like, "Why? It can't be that hard." And I was like, "No, like everybody who does it every day like winds up having the meltdown, scream, crying on the internet." And she goes, "No, they don't." And I go, Yes, they do.
I try to post a vlog a week and I'm like hyperventilating at night.
Yeah, I'm doing 2 vlogs a week for Vlogmas and I've already shot 3 of them.
Crazy.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
This is new. I
What?
met my little god sister's boy.
Oh, my god sister is younger than me and she brought her boyfriend home from college. She was like, I really want you to meet him. And something like primal in me took over and I was like, I hate him. Totally a nice boy, like the sweetest boy, like literally couldn't be nicer, like not a red flag in sight. And I'm just like, what's up, buddy?
Well, I think that reaction was due to his Birkenstocks with socks.
Bro, homie has multiple Birkenstocks that he wears with socks and he shows up and he had like a
Although is
purse
it that
on.
crazy? Like I'm wearing Crocs and socks.
There's nothing wrong with those. But that's what I'm saying. Like anything about him I could have a problem with.
Because like I'll probably wear Birkenstocks with socks. I'm one moment away with my middle part.
My goddad, when they left, he was like, when you were like, hey, buddy, I went, oh no. Lizzie hates him. I was like, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
And so
I have no control over it. I don't know what it is.
Are they
It's kind of
both-
like I'm like, well, I know you're fucking my little god sister. You know what I mean? And she's like 20, so it's not weird. But in my mind, I'm like, fuck you.
I still have an axe to grind with her too, though.
Of course you do. You cold bitch.
No, this is your alcoholic problem. This is when you were being crazy and chugged 4 bottles of wine and had her blame it on me.
It wasn't 4 bottles of wine. It was a 5.5 of vodka. And a pack of cigarettes. You sit down and shut up.
I think we've come a long way, though. She likes me, right?
Yeah. The other friend that she brought to the candle making thing loves Shane, I guess.
Wow.
She was at my wedding. I think you met her. No, you probably didn't meet her.
Okay.
But she was like, I've been rewatching all of Shane's conspiracy videos. And like the psycho in me wanted to be like, did you see me in the...
TJ Maxx.
Did you see me in the new one? But I didn't say it. I was like, just be cool. I was
What
like, oh
happened?
yeah, you watch those? I was so not cool. I was like, sometimes my phone notifies me that you're going live on Instagram and I look. And then I realize it's me and 2 other people and it's probably weird that I'm looking and I leave. But then I text your old nanny because she's a good friend of mine and I say, she's on live on Instagram. Do you want to go look with me? I'm just saying this all to this girl who I don't know this girl. I was like, and I know everything about her though. I'm like, so you got into Alpha Phi, the Zeta of everywhere else but the South? And she's like, yep. And I was like, good for you. That's prestigious, girl.
You are crazy
Oh,
with
it's
the younger crowd.
nuts. It's
Do you
nuts.
hate that they're young, or what's your ex?
I genuinely like this girl a lot, which is weird that I'm so aggressive with her because I really like her. Hate the boyfriend.
And you guys made what?
Candles.
Candles.
Yeah, we made candles.
I thought you weren't allowed to burn candles, but whatever.
They're not the carcinogen kind
How do you know that?
because I was told by the people making the candles. They're like, these aren't the cancer kind.
Yeah, I guess if you're going somewhere in Brentwood, they wouldn't do that to you.
Well, this isn't Brentwood. It's the deep west side.
Oh,
Yeah, southwest side.
okay.
It's like bordering on Inglewood.
Okay.
Is that right? Inglewood's where LAX is, right?
And did you guys have a good
Yeah.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we had a great Thanksgiving.
It's a lot of work to heat up that food.
Joe did it all.
Wow.
Yeah, Joe heated it all up. I chilled. And then I was so embarrassed. I I looked like shit, but it didn't matter. Like my parents ended up not coming because of that crazy dog thing going around. And then at the end of the night, Joe has just wrapped this TV show he's been shooting. And like one of the young kids on the camera team wanted to come over and buy some of our gear off Joe, or Joe just gave it to him or something. But I had no makeup on. And Joe, the background on Joe's phone is a picture of me like for the podcast. Like I'm beautiful. And
Am
it's
I there?
no, it's just me. You fucking weirdo.
Well, I didn't know. Are there solo shots of just you?
No, it's a selfie that I took on the way to do the podcast. I think on the episode that Danielle Robay was here when my hair was curled and I look particularly nice.
Okay.
Anyway, people have seen that picture and then it's like, I'm at the house and I'm like, no makeup in an oversized Taylor Swift shirt, this sweater. And the guy
gorgeous.
looking gorgeous, so snatched, greasy hair, like haven't showered. And the guy comes in and he sees all my Harry Potter Legos and he goes, oh, you someone do Legos? And I go, they're mine. I do Legos all the time. And then he's like, come look at them. And I bring this fucking kid over and I go, so this is the Chamber of Secrets. This is Dumbledore's office.
Is he straight or gay?
That's me. That's me being me.
I know, but I'm inquiring about him.
I
now.
don't know. I don't even know his name. I just know I embarrassed myself in front of him. And the second he left, I looked at Joe and I went, I am so sorry. that you have told everyone you have a hot wife, and he just came in here and I look like this, and I showed him my Legos
I
like
think
that.
that's how he's introducing you to people.
I do.
Like, how would that even come up? Like, I'm hey, got a hot husband. Ryland Adams, hot husband. Like, you think that's what Joe's walking around doing?
Is it not what I do? I do that.
You do that.
But I do know that Joe also, like, because he was so proud of my eagle costume, that he showed, this is my eagle costume, by the way. This is the top part of the two-piece. Anyway, I've been wearing this since Halloween. So Joe showed a bunch of people my eagle costume at work, and then one guy was like, that bird's your wife. And then to shut him down, he was like, yeah, this is also my wife, and then shows him the hot headshot, and then cut to, he's in my house, and this is his wife, and she does Legos and is really into it. Like,
I've seen you without makeup a lot. I think you look just as good.
thank you.
You're
You have to
welcome.
say that because we started today with me shit talking your hair.
Okay, do you want to get into these hot topics before we go to try and do something? I had this wonderful plan in my head, and we've done it before where I order Krispy Kreme to Lizzie's house.
Yeah.
Lizzie brings it here, and we do a taste test on the show. Fucking Krispy Kreme is out of the Elf collab, which is all I wanted for the show. Like, we don't want their regular donuts. We want the Elf collab.
I'm such a moron. I thought you meant like elf makeup. And now I'm realizing it's like Santa's helpers.
No, like Will Ferrell.
Right.
Right.
That's on me.
So hopefully they'll have it in stock next week for us to Postmate. But today, who knows where we'll go.
In shocking news,
Okay.
Paris Hilton apparently has a new child, a little girl named London,
It's,
that she's probably not showing us because of what happened when she showed us Phoenix.
no, she's still showing Phoenix.
But she's cramming that big head in a hat. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's nasty to talk about what's obvious. He's a beautiful boy with a huge head. My baby's gonna have a big fucking head too. My husband's got a big fucking head.
Well, and the thing
A
is,
big, beautiful
when
fucking head.
a lot of babies will then grow into that big head and it will
Yeah.
no longer look big. So it's like, yeah, people are being nasty, but
It's a big head.
I mean,
It's a big head.
isn't it ironic though that like the person who made, and I'm just like making an observation, I'm not trying to be mean, but the person who made their identity like that's hot
Yeah.
on things that are hot and things like critiquing.
Are you saying her
looks.
baby's not hot?
Well, no, I'm just saying it's interesting that like she posts a picture of her baby and it's like the opposite of everything. Like the response was
Yeah.
the opposite of everything she's created, which is judging people's exteriors.
Right.
So I'm not trying to like.
You're not
say
saying the baby's
specifically-
not hot. I
No.
do think the baby is aesthetically pleasing. He's a cutie patootie.
I think there's nothing wrong with the baby. I would not be up in her comments if
No.
I was like Joe Blow on the
Yeah.
internet being like big head baby. It's like the baby's gonna grow into the head.
Yeah.
And it's a cute kid.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was interesting that like
There would be a negative response, and it's kind of the culture she created.
just the criticism of the aesthetics of the child in relation to her making a career based on the aesthetics of people.
Do you think Lindsay Lohan's at home like, karma's a bitch?
Does she not like Paris?
Are you joking?
What's the drama?
Are you joking?
Bring me in.
it's like
2000.
decades of drama. They called her a fire crotch and that she was hideous and ugly on the internet all the time.
I thought she was in that car with Brittany in Paris.
At one point, she was in the car, and then she wasn't in the car anymore.
Wow.
Then she was walking with her fire crotch. And I can say that.
I mean,
It's okay for me to say that.
wait, Lindsay Lohan is in all the ads, right? The Walmart Black Friday ads?
Oh, I don't know.
Because the only one that was missing, I think, was Rachel McAdams.
Oh, from the Mean Girls
If
Walmart
Amanda
ads?
Seyfried,
Sure.
who, like, did she win an Oscar last year for Theranos?
That was a TV show she did.
I know.
So no.
But I think it was critically acclaimed.
Sure.
If she can show up for the Walmart Mean Girls ad, I feel like Rachel McAdams could show up.
Yeah.
Maybe she doesn't
Rachel
like the ethics,
McAdams, who does not have an Academy Award for her television work.
but she is
Shoulda shown
your
up.
husband's favorite actress.
She is my husband's favorite actress.
Honestly, mine too. The Notebook. Oh, incredible.
Regularly, I wake up and Joe's just been watching a Rachel McAdams movie late into the night.
Maybe I should have just started talking about Rachel McAdams with Joe, and then we would have had a great report card.
That's what you'll do next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then he'll probably be like, you told him I love Rachel McAdams. I'm like, yeah, I also told everyone on the internet.
Where were we going with Lindsay Lohan? I thought there was somewhere to go with her.
No, just that she also has a baby.
Oh, okay.
I just thought because you said Paris Hilton was like created this toxic culture, and now it's coming back to bite her in her baby's big head.
She keeps hiding these babies, and I thought she was posting an
announcement that she's pregnant.
Me too. Yeah. Yes, but
no,
then I guess
baby's here.
Her TikTok comment, she's like, "Baby girl has arrived."
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy that she doesn't.
It's a hard launch.
I mean, I don't know who she told on this time around, but for Phoenix,
I don't think she told her family.
She has a Peacock show, I think, that's coming out soon. And like the trailer is them talking about how they hadn't told to anyone, which I already knew because that was like a headline. But it's just fascinating.
She was talking to her sister on something that looked like a podcast. And she was like, what would you say if I had a little girl? And Nikki's like, I wouldn't be shocked if you had a fucking baby girl in the next room right now because you'd be doing shit like that. And Paris is like, soon. Soon.
She's like, I love her, but she's like not a real human.
No, did I tell you about that one time I like snuck into her 4th of July party? And she was like slunking around with big glasses on, and she's kind of like a sugar glider. Like, doesn't make any sense. This is weird. I was at Steven Dorff's house for 4th of July after I got my wisdom teeth pulled out, like literally got my wisdom teeth pulled out. Was still like, and I was like, I gotta go to Steven Dorff's house for 4th of July. And everyone was like, no, you don't. And I was like, yes, I do. And I like went to Steven Dorff's house, like fresh out of getting my wisdom teeth out, and was just like, hey, like it's school. And it's like, no, it's not. And Paris,
I'd be lying if I said I knew who Steven
of course
Dorff
you don't,
was.
and it's fine. Nobody should. He hasn't. This is so nasty.
Okay, don't be mean. Just be
I know
nice.
he's a great guy.
Tell me the most notable thing that I might know him from.
Nothing.
Okay, then moving on.
Okay. But his beach house is attached to Paris Hilton's beach house, and she was also having a 4th of July party.
So you just like
leapt over the balcony onto her balcony and attended her party. It's a crazy time.
Also, when we were at the movies, this is what was happening. Lindsay Lohan, Mean Girls, the new Mean Girls musical, but they don't feature the music in the trailer. Instead, it's Olivia Rodrigo, who's also featured in every other trailer that's playing right now.
Yeah.
So it's good to be Olivia Rodrigo right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to her show in August.
I saw there was a pop-up one in December for Olivia.
Are we going?
We could.
When? Where?
I think it was at no, it's not the Grammy Museum. I saw it on SeatGeek.
Plug.
I mean,
are they paying for this episode?
No, but they pay for a lot of episodes.
By the way, last week you recorded the ads after I left, but I heard them when I listened to our episode, and I did not miss the fact that you said that you're already looking at Taylor Swift tickets in Miami.
I mean, yes, my aunt has got some. Like, she's secured the bag, and so I'm
Which
flirting.
Aunt Susie?
No, my Aunt Michelle.
Okay.
I don't know if you've met her.
I don't know anything about Michelle.
But they're going, so I already was just like browsing a little bit.
I'm right here.
I mean, obviously we would go together.
I would love to go to Miami. Oh, thank God. Just checking.
Okay. Thank you for listening to the ads.
Of course I listen to the ads.
Thank you.
If my hands are full and I can't touch the skip button. And in this case they were, and thank God they were.
I'll be on the walk with the dogs, and then like somebody, it's like, oh, okay.
I know you're not watching the Kardashians, but there was some shit that went down on this last week's episode. Northwest needs a bar of soap in her mouth.
Do parents do that anymore?
They need to shove a fucking bar of St. Ives soap in Northwest's mouth right now. And I mean it. As a young woman who has also had bars of soap in her mouth,
well, that's what I'm saying.
A glass of orange juice will clean it right the fuck up. And obviously, I'm not any less awful today. I'm probably a little less awful.
Where did the bar of soap thing come from?
You clean your mouth out. If you're going to talk to me like that, I'm going to clean your fucking dirty mouth out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
So what did North say? You sent me a TikTok, but I couldn't even watch it.
This was the Met Gala episode. And North has a harsh critic. And she can't not be honest, is what Kim keeps saying.
Okay.
And so North, in front of the
literally you on this podcast every week.
Yeah, whatever. Soap my mouth too, bro. Anyway, in front of the designer and in front of Kim, and you can see it all over Kim's face, like her feelings are hurt. North's like, I don't like that necklace. That necklace looks like a dollar store fucking necklace. I don't like this outfit. Your beads look like dollar store beads. You look like shit. Like literally, she's like, this is not it. I do not like this look at all. And the designer's like, he's like, this is my worst fucking nightmare. Like, am I being punked right now? There's a 9-year-old here reading me to filth the night before. Yeah.
He's there in the room?
He's in the room, and this little fucking bitch is sitting there talking like that, and her mom goes, you know, North, like, I know you're being honest, but there's a way to be honest that's not rude and doesn't hurt people's feelings. So you can just be like, you know, I like this for you, but it's not for me.
This designer's paying for our mortgage.
Yeah. And then North goes, you know, Mom, and with like a shit-eating fucking tone, is like, you know, Mom, I really love that necklace that looks like you got from the dollar store is sparking joy for you, but I personally think it's fucking hideous. Like, doubles down on being a little, and I swear to God, dude, if a little kid ever talked to me like that, it's on site. I can't, that is not the business. You don't talk like that in front of people. You don't talk like that to the designer of the dress who's paying our mortgage. You don't talk to your fucking mom like that.
I honestly can't believe as executive producers of the show, they left that in for people to talk about a minor.
It's crazy. And then the next scene over, they keep doing this too. Like Kim's in another episode, Kim's in the middle of talking about her dead dad and having like a very serious moment with Scott. And North goes, shh. And then goes, rips ass. I just got lipstick all over my teeth, and that's my karma for shit talking a fucking 9-year-old.
Okay, well with that,
no, I'm not done.
Oh, well, we're at 44 minutes and 44 seconds.
Sounds like we're not going to Costco.
Well, we need something for the title
I would like
of
to
this.
continue to talk shit about a child on this platform, and I will be goddamned if you limit my speech.
2 more minutes.
Thank you.
Maybe
No, I'm
one.
good to go. I'm good to go. The karma of this isn't
nasty.
good. No, but then they
Just
try
being
to. I'm just like North, nasty like North. No, but then
Nasty like North.
make the merch, bitch. And it's like,
We can't even execute on our own merch.
oh, I'm telling North to. She probably can.
Nasty. Yeah, she can.
Yeah. So then the next scene,
I
she goes
thought
like,
you were done.
No, I'm finishing.
Okay. All right. I'll
Then
just
Kim's
be over here.
like, you know, as humbling as North can be to me, like she is like a really sweet girl. Like at the end of the day, she's always so considerate. She's always doing things for others. And they cut to North being like, look, I set up a massage for all of us. North just called the hotel and was like, I want a massage. So get my mom one too, I guess. And Kim's like, she's so thoughtful. She took my money and got herself a massage. Oh my God, look at that sweet girl.
We'll be back. Cutting. Okay, 1 take 2. Okay.
Okay.
We have secured the cheesecake. Does this even look pleasing after I did all this work? It doesn't.
I honestly hate what you've
It literally doesn't.
I think they look amazing.
Really, Cheesecake Factory only had one seasonal cheesecake, and that was their peppermint. It is stunning, beautiful, and gorgeous.
It is that bitch.
It really is. Like, the flavors. It looks stunning.
I can smell the peppermint from here.
Are you peppermint girlies?
I am a peppermint gal.
I am definitely a peppermint kind of girl.
Are you a peppermint? Oh, you are?
Yeah.
All right, let's all get our forkfuls.
I'll go in second or last because I've already suckled on this fork.
Oh my god.
Wow, and I haven't had Cheesecake Factory cheesecake in so long.
Really?
I've never had Cheesecake Factory cheesecake.
Never? Are you
It's
kidding
so
me?
good.
No, never
It's
had it.
Arguably the best
I've
cheesecake.
only been to Cheesecake Factory. This is my 3rd time.
Get ready for your life to change. Your 3rd time. Okay.
I'm
That is delicate.
Did you say delicate? Can I spit this out?
You hate it?
I just don't want to eat
Spit it out in the bag.
Wow.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Wow.
That is so
There's no like pie crust.
made out of layers of heaven.
Yum.
You are so no fun.
It is so like light and delicious.
I see, the reason why I don't want to swallow it is because whenever I do, I'm just instantly poisoned by sugar.
I wonder what you need to look into all of the different things that poison you.
I know.
Okay, so what's this one over here?
Obviously, it's the Snickers, you fools.
I know, but Snickers what? I guess
Cheesecake.
I'll look in post, I guess. All right.
It's Snickers cheesecake, bro.
The different layers of chocolate on this with the caramel in the middle. I'm already going in.
Go ahead,
You
bro.
need to get to it, Lizzie.
They really have the best cheesecake.
This one's a little more nut heavy. Did you get a nut? Oh, it's the actual Snicker that
Yeah.
I'm tasting.
Yeah.
It I don't know if I love a Snicker. Is it?
I much prefer the Snicker cheesecake to the peppermint cheesecake.
It's the nut specifically. Is it a peanut?
Yeah.
The peanut is too strong for me.
In a Snickers?
I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, I love nuts in my desserts.
Of course you do.
No, I love I think my first bite was just mainly peanut more than cheesecake.
Yeah, you got a lot of nut in your mouth.
And their whipped cream, you can tell it's like real whipped cream when you eat it.
With the little candy cane on top for the peppermint.
I do fuck with the peppermint whipped cream.
The bite without the peanut, I'm definitely vibing with way more than the peppermint.
This is meant to be.
1, 2, 3, coming, Mark.
And we're back.
And we're back.
The battery died. I think you just didn't like the peppermint because you're vibing with and swallowing this one.
I took a smaller bite of this one.
So this one just wasn't worth the calories for you.
It's also just like not worth the meltdown that's coming.
Am I wrong about the whipped cream being very good though?
No, it's good as fuck.
Yeah, it is like real whipped cream.
Yeah. It's a totally different... The first time I had it, I was like, is this what whipped cream's supposed to taste like? Whoa.
Yeah, I don't think I would go in for a second bite of this peppermint one. It's not like, but this one, And because there was only one holiday piece, we got the Snickers, and then fly in this third and final, Elizabeth.
Oh my god, you can just put that on my lap. On my lap.
Are you going to stay flat?
Yeah, I'm the flattest bitch you've ever met. Flat like the earth. This is our birthday cake remix. You might recognize the inside cake as funfetti.
Is it cake or cheesecake?
It's a cheesecake, bro. They're all cheesecake.
Oh, wow. There's actually a lot of layers at the bottom. There's like a pink, a white, and a tan. But this is our only one with actual cake inside of it.
Yeah. That's the collab.
Wow. Okay, I'm going into the front of this one. I do think the whipped cream clouds my judgment. Like, I think I need to get the whipped cream out for the initial taste.
The whipped cream literally intoxicates me.
Are you going to try this one?
Wow,
Probably not.
This looks amazing though.
It's so pretty. They have so many different layers of cheesecake. I was going to say frosting,
Wow. This is gorgeous.
What's your vibe? Is it yummy yum?
but it tastes like Neapolitan ice cream. Pretty much exactly.
What? Like with chocolate
You're
even?
right.
It's
Okay.
good, though.
You've piqued my interest. I shall take a bite.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. What's on the back? Are those little, like, cake Krispies?
The way you guys like it makes me so confused.
I like this one the best. Like, I would get this for my birthday.
Yes.
For sure.
Remember that, Chris.
It's like the best parts of a Susie cake, which is my favorite kind of cake, and a cheesecake
Does taste like a Susie.
mixed with Neapolitan ice cream.
Yeah.
It's incredible, and you're crazy.
It's so good.
So you just like chocolate.
I think I just like whipped cream, bro.
I just want to try some of that cake bite on the back.
You have to. It's actually incredible. You hate it?
I don't hate it, but I can't eat any more of it.
Yeah.
Off camera, I mentioned that if your children are emotionally abusive and awful, I'm going to have to say something, but I will not say something if their hair is stupid.
Oh, well, that's after we were talking about North. She was just like, I will have to draw a line if they're acting like North in that way,
Yeah.
but I won't talk about their hairline or their appearance in that way. And I said, that's a fair line to draw.
And honestly, like, I don't even like that I would have to bring up that they were being assholes. Like, I would prefer you just make sure they don't do that.
I mean, I would hope so.
And I might just carry a piece of soap with me everywhere, so in case someone needs to soap my mouth. And maybe I can curb my behavior too. Northwest taught me a lot today.
And then we're sitting in Cheesecake Factory, and Chris was like, have I told you? Or how did you intro this?
Oh.
What was the segue for this?
Oh, Ryland wanted Chris to say on air that all of Chris's gay friends have a crush on Ryland.
He brought this up
and
organically.
Ryland said, stroke my ego. What is it called?
Ego.
Stroke my ego on camera, Chris.
Well, okay, why did you bring this up? How did this come up in your day-to-day life?
I don't.
Yeah.
It's come up a few times now, actually. But the first time, I was actually having a meeting with someone who hit me up off Instagram who wanted to shoot a music video. During this meeting, this person was like, yeah, I just gotta be honest with you. Like, I watched The Sip, and Ryland...
Oh, damn.
Ryland is so cute. Like, Ryland is such an attractive man.
Wow, thank you.
And I was like, of course, he's amazing. Those baby blue eyes, I get it. And then, like, it just became a thing somehow where, like, everyone started confessing. Every homosexual man in my life at some point.
Including your boyfriend?
Including...
No.
Every homosexual man in my life has admitted that they have a crush on you.
It's so crazy because I was never like, I would say like a hit when I was single and in my 20s.
They're all like, wow, Ryland is so attractive and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm here too, you know, you can say something nice about me.
Well, thank you everyone that's ever met Chris. You're so sick.
It's true.
So Lizzie had brought up, oh my gosh, this is actually kind of tragic, and I'm starting to worry about the state of my house because you were telling, well, Sandy brought up, she was like, so can you bring me into like how you actually hit Ryland's house?
We'll talk about it on my vlog too.
And so, well, I don't even know like how, okay.
It honestly, I like Sandy so much, but it seems like, and I get it, it's hard to buy my side of the story.
That you just ran into somebody's house?
Yeah. I didn't know it. But my hand to God, I didn't know. I did not know it. So yesterday when Sandy was at my house, she's like, can I see the damage to your car? And I was like, yeah, sure, let's go look at it.
She wanted receipts.
She wanted receipts. I might be dramatizing it for the pod.
Anyways, Elizabeth gets to my house today.
Well, yesterday I realized my fucking headlight's broken. And I didn't know that until yesterday. So when I get to Ryland's house, he's inside doing some stuff. I'm outside. I look over by where I hit the house. Sure enough, pieces of my light are there.
That match up perfectly. Like
a puzzle
100%. Her headlight is sitting right next to where she hit my garage.
Very incriminating, I do have to say. As an internet sleuth myself, I think I did it.
Well, yeah, if the security camera footage wasn't enough, I think the perfect puzzle piece of your headlight sitting right next to the marks where you hit my garage. You're so
weird.
wild.
It's so crazy how that worked out.
Well, you guys, thank you so much for watching and enjoying our podcast. I would say the only one, well, the Snickers in their seasonal one sucked. I'm just going to flat out say it. Did you like it?
I liked it.
Then eat more of it. Then eat more of it if you liked it so much.
Then prove it.
Prove it. Put the rest of it in your butt right now.
I think if you're a peppermint person, especially.
Are you a peppermint
this
guy?
would be your jam.
I feel like I'm a peppermint guy, though.
Have you ever used
like
peppermint
Let me
lube?
see the back.
I'm not.
It's,
Have you?
no.
Let me give it one more chance.
But it's more like a dark chocolate.
Do you want to spit it out in the
Okay,
back?
no, this bite was better.
Interesting. Because it's more chocolate. You got more chocolate.
To me, this is like a very dark chocolate, like kind of bittersweety, pepperminty. Like it's a certain taste that some people are gonna really like.
If I don't get some
It's pretty
protein
fun.
in me soon, I might fucking do something Northwest would be shocked by.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching and enjoying our podcast. We'll be back next week, hopefully. I was trying to just roll through. I was trying to get you out of here.
Thanks, Daddy.
Hopefully next. Okay, bye.
And that's the sip. We gotta stop doing sugar. Next time we do this, we should
No,
literally
we're
do
literally doing the Elf Krispy Kreme collab next week.
Oh, bitch. Pray
And you're
for
gonna
me.
eat all of it.
No, don't make me
Eat it!
Ah!
I just stabbed my.
See, no one's well after the sugar. It's not just me. Everyone has a negative response to it.
Toodles.